Hello, hi, welcome to a video in which I am going to spin a wheel to figure out how many pages I read each day for a week. Yeah, the rule is I can go over, and that's fine. That's fine. In fact, some days I would like a higher number because I know that I have more time to read those days, and so I'd like a higher number. Especially since I'm in a reading mood, right? So like that's the rule, but the extra pages don't like go over to the next day or anything. Good things. I don't know. I think the way I'm gonna do it, because sometimes I'm like reading until 2 a.m. And so if I'm reading to 2 a.m., I'm counting those pages for the previous day, like that day, because I'm reading in one sitting, right? Instead of the new day. That's my other rule. I figured out what books I'm going to read for this. I have like 4. Because the wheel could hate me. That's an option. All of these, at least 3 of these, okay, don't have audiobooks, so it's not like I'm like doing this whole thing where I'm dual reading for them, because either I had the e-arcs and they come out this month or in a month, so obviously I don't have the audiobook, or they're self-published, and so there's no audiobook for it, right? At least yet. So that's that. Also, this is a part 1. There's gonna be a part 2 where I do how many hours in a day I have to read at some point. I don't know when. So that one I can do audiobooks for, but I like read so many audiobooks the first 2 days of this week so that I could do this before they had to be returned to the library. Today's Wednesday, by the way, so it's gonna be today through Tuesday. That being said, I don't want, there's like half of this wheel I don't want it to land on, because it's past 1:30 in the afternoon. Because listen, my plan was to take a shower so that I could wash my hair so my hair didn't look like crap for the intro at like 9 in the morning, and then give an hour to dry, and then before noon record this, and I have all afternoon to do this, except somehow I went to do that and I ended up stuck in a bed with my dog until 10:30, and so you know, it's fine. Anyways, the higher numbers, I did check, because part of my calculating for my book tracker is the average page count that I read per day, and for January it was 205, and in February it was 250. So I knew there was going to be a 200. That was like 250, and then 300 to make it scary as an option. Okay, we're ready for this. We're ready for this. I wish there was something there for me to set it on. So wait, what if I do this? You can kind of see the reflection of my tracker. That's fine. That's the only thing up on screen. Anyways, I'm gonna do this, and then I'll tell you what the first book I'm gonna be reading today is. I swear to God. I swear. Why would it do this to me? That's the highest one. I'm not even gonna remove it. I'm just gonna close it. I hate myself. Oh no. Oh no. I guess, how many pages is in this? Because I think 17 pages in. I read the first few chapters. This is the one that's published, that's self-published. I'm on chapter 4, page 17. How many pages are in you? Francois. 326. Okay, at this point, I might as well just finish this whole book. It's only an extra 9 pages to read this whole thing. So I guess I'll update you when I finish it. You want me to tell you about it? This is a book that a friend bought me. He also bought me this bookmark, that says, don't watch porn, I read it like a classy, like a fucking lady. That's what it is. Because when I started telling people in this friend group about the type of books I sometimes read, every time I would say, I'm a classy fucking lady. So that's why he bought me that bookmark. And he knew to get the tassel and pink. Anyways, he also bought me this book because he didn't want a book with a shirtless man on the cover. A friend's wife's book is, this is her book. So, he was like, I'll buy it for Rose because she doesn't care. And that's accurate. That is accurate. I do not care. So I started this in February and it follows Francois. I really hope I'm pronouncing his name right. And Diego are on the same professional hockey team. It is a hockey romance, right? I think it's Francois is the one who is confirmed bisexual. He has recently gone through a breakup with his boyfriend. Already, like, I've read one chapter from each of the POVs, right? And his chapter was a lot about the bi-erasure he has to deal with, like the fact that whenever he's dating a man, his hometown just pretends he doesn't exist. But as soon as he's either broken up with a man or is dating a woman, they support him and love him, and stuff like that. They have an animosity, Diego and Francois, despite the fact that they're the only people, I think they're on the west side. They are on a team that's on the west side of Canada, but they're both from the east side of Canada. And so people would expect them to be friends because of that. But there's something about Francois that really bothers Diego, given internalized homophobia. There's also the fact that Francois seems like he doesn't care enough about the sport, and Diego is like over the top caring right now. One, because he wants to be the captain. Two, there's a whole thing where the stuff with the turnaround for the new season, he hasn't been given a contract for the new season, so he's worried that he's actually just being kicked out of the team. So not only does he want to be the next team captain, but that's also a thing. So, you know, there's animosity between that. Now, Danny is the new personal chef. From the things we get from her POV, we get, she is not a small woman. We get that. That's like one of the first things we learn about her. She used to run her own restaurant, and it's giving like bad breakup is why she left it behind, right? I believe it is, yeah, it's Francois she meets briefly during her like, hey, welcome to the job meeting, with, I assume, HR or something like that. And so he shows up and she meets him and she's all like, ooh, hot. And the lady who's like teaching her about what her position will entail is like, yeah, you can't sleep with any of the teammates, right? I think there'll be like a thing where she's fired if she does that. But she's the new personal chef for the team, and somehow they end up in a throuple. I don't know how they end up in a throuple, but they end up in a throuple, and I get to go read a throuple hockey romance all day long. This wheel, I would have been fine with this tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm streaming me reading, but today of all days, today. Anyways, I'm just gonna go read this book that has a shirtless man on the cover. What is this lighting? I don't know. It's 12:30 in the morning, and as you can see, there's still a bookmark in here. I got 125 pages in. I am loving it. I would like to note this. You know, I'm having a great time. And you know, Francois, I really hope I'm pronouncing his name right, and Danny, they got, well, I was right about the no fraternization clause in her contract, so they're not doing technically anything, right, unless you count sex calls, phone sex, that's the term I'm trying to think of, phone sex as doing things and prioritizing. They say they're just flirty friends. Yeah, and then she's also flirty friends with Diego, But also, Diego, if it's what's his nickname? I know there's a nickname he has. He's not DeWitt. They both have last names that start with D's, and also the coach's name is a D, and her name is a D. It's confusing. He and Diego are now kissing on the reg. It's the thing where both of them have a thing for Danny separately, but also at the same time. Francie, no, I feel weird. I'm just gonna call him F until I remember his nickname. Frenzy. That's his nickname. That's why I thought of Francie, because it was close. Frenzy. I remember this because in a hot makeup session, Diego called him Frenzy, and he was like, I normally hate my nickname, but being as that's what he's making me, that's the state of mind he's putting me in, it's fitting. Anyways, Frenzy and Diego. So Frenzy has had an attraction to Diego this whole time, and he's, you know, the typical, like, in a male sport, try not to, especially as a queer person, try not to ogle any of his, like, purposely making an effort not to, like, do any attraction of any kind towards his teammates in the locker room or anything, because he doesn't want the whole, like, making them uncomfortable and blah blah blah, right, type thing is happening. But he's always had a little bit of a thing for Diego, and then he pushes Diego up against the wall to threaten him, and Diego may get a little hard. By a little hard, he describes it later on as the hardest he's ever been in his life. I did squeak, yeah. This is the shit I love, okay? This is so me-coded. And then shortly after learning that about Frenzy, Diego, we learn, has been with men. He had a really bad experience in his past, though, so since then he's never really had an attraction towards men until this moment with Frenzy. So he's just assumed he's straight, and now he's like reconsidering his sexuality, and so, you know, the typical bi panic, right? From what I'm guessing, it seems like there was a thing where somebody in high school, or not high school, college, outed him, right? And this is just from glimpses, right, of from like one conversation that he's had with his sister. And at Christmas, when his family was drunk, an uncle, I think some uncles, made some drunk comments about it, I think to his coach, possibly. That's like the only way I could think, like his coach was possibly there or something like that, or maybe a teammate. And like there was a whole thing where it could have ruined his whole career, right, because of it. And so because of that, he's never gone back to men. Valid, he had some little queer trauma, and so he stuffed down that deep down, and now a very attractive bandit making it come back. I get it, my dude. So that's happening. Also, I was right about Danny's past on why she had to leave her past job. She co-opened a restaurant with her boyfriend of 8 years, and then learned that he cheated on her for multiple years with multiple waitresses, and he got the business. I would commit murder. She's a much better person than me. Throughout the book, I've already talked about how she's like not a size 2. She's got a lot of curves, and apparently, like she's had like the typical not size 2 woman issues with her body, but she was at the point where she was comfortable in her body and her attractiveness, and how she's got a great ass and all this stuff. And apparently he would make comments about how
her ass was too much. It's so funny reading from Diego and Francie's point of views when they have the complete different point of view. Anyways. Also, I love how both of them have to save her from somebody in her past. Right. And that's fun. Frenzy kisses her in front of a girl who's possibly now dating her ex Peter, and to get her out of that situation. And then her ex does chase her down outside of a bar, drunk, and Diego happens to be in the same area, and he shows up and like walks her to her train so that she like is okay. Valid. Valid. We love you, Diego. The only time I accept your violence. Anyways. So, you know, he would make comments like that, and if she tried to send him sexy pictures, he would say, what's the point of me commenting on them? Because, like, I'm gonna come home to you anyway, so, like, what's the point? Right? In, like, the meeting, how she looks, but also her in the workplace as well, apparently. And then the person who got her job was her best friend, who she thought was her best friend in the workplace anyways, who, when she goes to pick up the last four stuff, which is the day she meets Diego, that's so funny, tries to hit on her, and then when she's like, no, he's all like, oh, it doesn't have to be a relationship, we can just have some benefits, and she's just like, gag, no, bye. Anyways, so, you know, I'm having a great time. I've talked too much about this book that I haven't even finished. Anyways, I read 108 pages of it, and you would be like, bitch, you're supposed to read 300, and you're right, I did. Listen, in my view, I counted reading manga as cheating, but I did the math, and I was like, wait a second, that's exactly 192 pages. You know what's exactly 192 pages? A volume of Yona of the Dawn, my favorite manga series, at this moment in time. And I was like, I feel like you're cheating. And then friends were like, it's not cheating. Read the next volume and then go the fuck to bed. They were right. I read volume 13. It's great. I love this series. I love this series. There's other people who are seeing her as a red dragon now that actually have power. Weird. Also, it seems like some people in power may actually know that Yona's alive. That's not good. That's not kosher. King guy who stole her throne. He seems to be like following her lead on how to better the country accidentally. Like, he notices that she's the one that's causing this stuff, and then he's like, I'm gonna take it a step further because she's in the right. Right? Other things, Hawk makes her compete in an archery tournament where people bet on you, and because she's a small woman, people are like, oh, there's no way she can hit the target, haha, I'm gonna bet all this money against her. And then he bets the amount of money he has on her hitting bullseye, and then she does it, and everyone else is freaking out because they lost so much money, and he's just laughing, going, that's my girl. I'm fine. Also, after the battle, he was injured. There was a battle in this one, by the way. There was a bunch of stuff set up through multiple volumes that come to fruition in this volume. Anyways, they do have a thing where he's injured, mostly on just like one arm, and so she's helping change his bandages or whatever. They have my heart. That's the moral of the story. They have my heart. I love them. Anyways, 4 stars like the rest of the series. I think there's one that I rated 4.5 stars. I think it was 11. Yeah, that sounds right. Anyways, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go to bed. No matter what I roll tomorrow morning, I am finishing this tomorrow. I do not care. I am obsessed. Goodbye. I'm awake. Hi. I'm so tired. I need coffee. I can't spell. I am alive. At least I'm wearing a cute shirt that matches my nails. That is my second sip of coffee.
I slept for like 5 hours. I'm so tired. But it's okay. We'll just live this life. Plan my everything is back here. Plan is 150. Well, no matter what I get, I'm finishing this. Okay. Also I heard from people that are outside of this community that introduced me to this book, because it's her husband who is in the community, pops in occasionally. So like a bookish community outside of this community was like, hey, I've heard about this book and people are really liking it. Are you enjoying it? So that's fun. Also, I've decided for our 1 year-ish anniversary, I'm gonna buy this for the fish. Because I already decided this is gonna be displayed in the background of my vlogs. But I was telling Fish about it, and it is so them coded. And I love that for them mostly. And I know they don't mind a hockey romance because they also enjoyed the deal. So that's that. No matter what, I will finish this. There's like 189 or something like that pages left. So if it's 200 or higher, I do have a plan for depending on what the actual number is. But I'm not gonna tell you that until I finish that. Right? That makes sense? I'll update you when I finish that thing. And then I'll be like, oh, hello. Okay, well I accidentally spun the wheel because it wasn't doing the automatically moving thing like it normally does. I was trying to make sure it wasn't stuck. You know what's really funny? It just landed on 150. I'm not counting that because it wasn't on screen. But 150. Also, yes, you can see stream in the background. Ignore it. Will please do me good. This is the day you give me 50. This is the day. I wanted 50 at some later point during this week because I also have an audiobook I need to read before it's due to the library. And so like doing 50 pages and then listen to the audiobook would be a good plan. But no. At least this one will be easy. Why does it hate me? What are the chances? What are the chances of me getting it again? Right? Like, it's been a while since I've taken stats, but I know it's not in my favor now. Thank you so much, Wheel. That's like the one number I didn't want. Anyways, my ear is itching, and I guess I don't have to switch my earrings because I have specific earrings I want to read or wear while I read a specific book because can you tell I need coffee? So, you know, there's that. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I guess I can relax and sip my coffee for a little bit. That being said, I still will finish Power Play. I do not care. I do not care. I am a girl who is highly obsessed with this book and I want to get it done. Okay? So that's that. I'll update you when I finish it. Watch me not finish it because I'm too tired. That'd be so funny, actually. Oh, hi, I'm back. Clearly much earlier in the day than any of us expected. I did not read any of Power Play, I'll be honest. What happened instead is I decided, because I'm enjoying Power Play so much, but I want to be able to enjoy it and not be thinking about how fucking tired I am. Which, when I tried to explain to my sister completely understood, so I feel like I'm valid in that. So I went with, what the plan was, if it landed on 200, was to read the rest of Power Play and then test out the arc I wasn't sure about. So instead I just did that. I just read 50 pages approximately because with arcs it's difficult for the page number, so it's the right percentage, so I'm gonna assume it was 50 pages of I Would Die For You. It's great news when you already have had bad luck with arcs so far this year. DNFing every single one. And then you go to label as currently reading on Goodreads, and every person who's read it so far thought mid about it or didn't like it, especially in comparison to her other books. I love that for me personally. Thank you so much. Yeah, I get the complaints about the writing style. And it wasn't that bothersome in the first two chapters, in which we have the main character, 2010. I was gonna say current day, 2010. In which her daughter is basically kidnapped from school. Everyone's all like, well, you said her aunt could come pick her up, and she's all like, she doesn't have an aunt. And so the school is like telling her to calm down, it's not a big deal, she's the one that called them. And she's like, I didn't, and she doesn't have an aunt, so like, what's happening? Who has my child? Oh my god. So it cuts, like, that part was actually not bad. Right? And then it immediately cuts to the rest of the 50 pages was just in the 80s, her and her sister, mostly her sister, being obsessed with this boy band that we briefly learned died tragically in the past, and the main character had something to do with it. She was like there or something, right? And so her sister was like obsessed with them and was a groupie, and the father didn't approve. That's all I learned in that, like, the rest of that 50 pages I read, like 30 pages. That's all I learned. Her sister was a groupie, and somehow, despite being the one into Ben, the main character is the one that ends up with Ben, and their dad doesn't approve, which valid. And their mom has cancer. The end. That's all I learned from it. I did learn that, like, she does have a sister, but so I assume, like, the sister is the one who took the daughter, but because and like because it takes place in America, but she's British, and there's been hints of like people, like when she met her husband, he didn't know if she was Australian or British with her accent, so I assume her sister is back from the past, and called the school saying her sister was gonna pick up the child, and then showed up herself to pick her up. I assume that was what happened. Anyways, the main issue here is the writing style that I already had slight issues with before was so much worse, so bad, in the 80s timeline, because it would just switch back and forth between the two sisters, and you have no clue which one it is that you're reading from the POV of. Kind of, it's like an outside perspective, but also them at the same time in a poorly done way, and I was so confused the whole time. So yeah, DNF. Anyways, I don't think I'm gonna read more Power Play. I may read more of like any of the other like 16 billion books I have out from Libby right now. This is an issue of me getting a new library card. So I may be doing that later. I'm not sure about that. I do plan to just like watch YouTube deep dive videos at play Stardew for the rest of the day. That's really all I plan for today because I'm tired. And so I just realized I should edit. There is a vlog that is recorded that I should edit, but technically it's not this week's vlog, so it's fine. It's next week's vlog, so I can just save it for later. I'm gonna do it this weekend actually. So yeah, no, that I'm done for the day. I may read a little bit more later on, but I'm just gonna say F it and play games for the rest of the day. Because the Stardew brain rot is so strong, my dude, so strong. Where was I? Oh yeah, you know, this is just gonna be a slow day, and then I'll get to sleep tonight, and tomorrow I'll read. It's fine. Anyways, bye. I'm gonna go drink coffee. This is my second cup. I am planning a third iced coffee, so. I just got out of bed, okay? The sister's gonna clean the house. So this is like the perfect time to film this morning. Spinning the wheel. Before that's turned on. Plan today, Power Play. That's the only plan. I wanna finish it. I plan to finish it no matter what the wheel tells me. I know what the next book will be if it's on the higher numbers. And yeah. That's like 17 pages of another book. Okay, the plan is to finish Power Play, and then there's another book I'm partially through,
that I kind of planned for this, where I will read a chapter or two of that one for the rest of this. And I'll start the one that I want to read next tomorrow, Saturday. Anyways, 200, yay. Good to know. I will read Power Play, all of Power Play. I'll be back when it's done. Hi. At like 11:48, I finished her. And then I needed to read 5 more pages to reach 200, so I read a chapter of A Door in the Dark, which was like 11 pages. I'm not gonna go in depth about that one because I may not have time to finish it this month, or at least in this vlog. But that is a book that I am reading. In the background, this bad boy, go away here. There, now you can see her in frame. Wifey's book, which is the next book I'm gonna read for this. When I get physical copy, go right here. Who cares about Brandon Sanderson? Fuck you, man. These are my friends' books. Anyways, Power Play, 4.5 stars. Great time. I predicted some things right. I had a great time. It was really good. It was everything I love in these types of books. And, I mean, the comparison to Katie Robert isn't far off, but also it's like The Deal and Junkie combined, which is my favorite gay sports romance. And so if you just combine those two books and sprinkle in a little bit of Katie Robert, you got Power Play. And I think I've rated, did I up Junkie to 5 stars? I don't remember. I think so. And Deal with 4.5. So, you know, it feels like a fitting rating. It was good. It was good soup. Am I tired? Yes. Shush. I want to go to bed. I'm trying to update you, tell you how good this book is. I really like it. It's got all the representation. There's non-binary people. There's people of color. There is cheating exes who, as soon as your life turns upside down, shows up randomly on your doorstep, all like proposing by saying, "It took me being with somebody else to realize what I had lost with you, bitch," or what I had with you, something along those lines. You know, one of those stereotypical lines. Anyways, we got the representation of both the gay characters dealing with family issues and their views on their queerness, and trying to mend those bonds, but also sometimes like you just gotta cut ties with those people. We got mental health representation. Listen, I talked about how Diego had anger issues. By the end of the book, he is in therapy. He's actively going into therapy, and we also see was Frenzy, they used nickname he used from, because that was the nickname they gave him. Frenzy also, like, we know that he goes to therapy before this, and he talks about it a lot, but like at the end of the book, we see him in therapy. So we love that. We also have fertility issues. That's the thing. Her best friend / roommate, throughout most of the book, has fertility issues and is also fruity, because she ends up dating a girl throughout the book. Yeah, I think Coulson deserved more payback for, you know, accidentally outing his best friend, destroying his best friend's boyfriend with cheating scandals and lies, trying to bench him so that his best friend could get everything he wanted. Also, I do think Diego should have immediately called his lawyer when he learned that things with his contract and his agent weren't up to par, weren't kosher, but you know, what do I know? Anyways, it was good. It was good book. I highly recommend. If you like The Deal, and gay romances, fucking read it, my dude. It's good. and I'm gonna go. I'm tired. What time is it? 12:30. It's 12:30. Okay. I'm very happy I did my Duolingo earlier today. I'm gonna go to bed. Goodbye. I'll see you in the morning when I spin the wheel, in which I read Wifey's book. I know nothing about it. So, you know, it's gonna be a fun time being like, yeah, I'm gonna read this book. It's titled this. It's a book. Anyways, bye. Good night. Oh, hi. I call this look. I woke up with a migraine and my hair is gross. But an ordeal of cleaning it on the weekends is a pain in the ass. So I may do that later. I don't know. What's the book I want to read today? On Saturday? I want to read it during this whole week. I want it to be done this weekend. Is Love in Pieces by Jess Turner, which is another arc. I know I said I have bad luck with arcs so far. Like, really, the last one I enjoyed was the one I read on the plane back from vacation in September. Right? And before that, it had been a while. So, though in my defense, that one was one that the author offered to send me directly, right? And I accepted. And this is one where I'm friends with the author and she offered to give me an arc. So, yeah, chances are I'll enjoy it. You know what? I already appreciate the fact that not only does it have hotline numbers in the beginning, because domestic violence is a thing in this, but also there's content warnings in the beginning. Oh my god, thank you. You know, the amount of times that, because I tend to check content warnings on Storygraph, right? The amount of times that I've checked and either something that triggers me is, and I do have like a few of those type, like you can have them be like, hey, warn me if it's in the content warnings, and so Storygraph will do that, but it will do that if like only 2 people out of thousands label it as like a trigger. And so it's like, how much is it accurate, right? But the amount of times that one of those has either been in like the lowest category on Storygraph, or not even like the main 9, because they usually show like 3 in each category, right? Each level, and so it's not even on the main 9, and it was a lot. It is more than I would like to know. So the amount of times I've had to go in and be like, no, this is like intense level of bullying and harassment. Why is this labeled as low? This doesn't make sense. So I appreciate that. I appreciate when authors put it in themselves, and then not only that, but she went the extra step and like labeled which ones are on page depictions and which ones are mentioned. So that's great. We love that, because I feel like I can trust the author and what's in their books. Just saying. Anyways, yeah, domestic violence is in this one, which I have opened the book and gone, like, I may have read a little bit. Yeah, page 1. Page 1, the main character is being abused. So that is a thing in this book. Anyways, Wheel, where are you? I'm gonna read that. Here's the thing, I want a low number because one migraine. And so then I can just like get my reading done and then move on with my fucking life. And possibly listen to the audiobook that's gonna be due in like 3 days. Listen to some of that maybe afterwards. But like another part of my brain is like, this book is only 297 pages. So like if it's a higher number, I can basically read most of it today. But I know my brain can handle it. Like, it's better than it was when I first woke up. But that's like after 2 hours of doing everything right. Okay, like I don't wanna. I know I shouldn't want the 300. But also, what if I do the 300? Anyways, Wheel, for the love of God, do me good. You don't see any reflections of coffee cups sitting there. I do have to take down my tea mugs. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. It was so close. Okay. Okay. 50 is great. Honestly, thank you, Wheel. I will read
50 pages. I may read a little bit more than 50 because I am already on like page 8. Right? And it's pretty fast. So I will read at least 50 pages of this. And then I will later today probably listen to audiobook. I also have like 17 books from Libby right now. We don't need to talk about it. We don't. In my defense, like 7 of them are for a 48-hour readathon that somebody else is doing next weekend, which is not the weekend this vlog goes up. So yeah, so you know, good times. Anyways, we love this. Thank you, Wheel. We appreciate you. We think you're great. Did I ever take a screenshot of that for the thumbnail? I don't know. I should do that. I'm gonna go read Jess's book. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Other things about this book is that you can pre-order it now. When this vlog's up, oh my god, I should mention this. The link's gonna be below. You can pre-order it now. It comes out April 2nd. And whatnot. It is on Storygraph now. When I initially went to put it on my TBR, it wasn't on Storygraph, but it was on Goodreads. But now it's on Storygraph. It's not on Fable yet. I did request to be added, so that's a thing. Anyways, you can pre-order it. I know my sister's pre-ordering a copy as like our dual Christmas, or not Christmas, birthday present, because our birthday is like a month after this book comes out. And it's gonna go on my shelves. I mentioned this I think last night, right next to Power Play, because it's like the same friend group. The husband of Gilmore is who is like in the friend group and introduced us to his wife's book, and that's why a friend bought me that book. And so same friend group, it makes sense to have them both on display right there, right? So you know, anyways, my brain. Yeah, check out wife's book. We're very excited. We're very happy for her. So you know, and yeah, I'm gonna go read probably at some point. I may just watch. Hear me out. I've been watching a lot of Elementary. I may just watch a few episodes of Elementary and then I'll read some probably. Also, my allergies are acting up. We're not talking about it. Also, I'm gonna take down the blanket I use as like a curtain, blackout curtain slash border for my window so that my room isn't completely freezing because it's actually sunny today. So maybe getting some sun will help. I mean, I say as I'm wrapped up in a hoodie. You know, it's fine. It's the thought that counts. I just want spring. Can spring come? I love spring. Thanks. Anyways, bye. I'm gonna go most definitely watch Elementary, and I will read Jess's book later. Do we think we can get to page 100? No, me. me. There's so many other books you also have to read. You're fine. Anyways, bye. Angle range. Ignore the mugs we were talking about earlier. Oh no. There's only 2. It's fine. We got packages. I know what this one is because of things. I'll talk about it later. And also there's this one. And I don't know what this one is. So let me talk about book first. I read 54 pages, I think. I may read more. I may switch to the audiobook of Annihilation because that is due in like a few days and I do need to read that. And it's only 6 hours, so I can like do that easily. My migraine got better. The issue was I didn't have enough protein yesterday. Whoops. Oh, whoops. It's my own fault for not talking about it. Yes, I did change. We're not talking about that either. Because I finally washed my hair. So I feel fine now. And from the first chapter, I knew this book would go before me. I think it may actually be a thing on her website. I don't know if it's actually become a thing, but I did say, Jess, we have a problem. Waited a minute and then said, I love you're a good writer or something like that. And I think I gave her a heart attack almost. Anyways, I'm eating this up. I'm loving it. I'm having a great time. There's another person in the friend group who's also reading it, who's been reading a little bit longer than me, so he's further ahead. And I just went, can we murder Sam, who's the abusive boyfriend? And with no context for anybody else, because nobody else is reading it other than the two of us. So like I don't want to spoil it for them, and he just goes yes. So that's a fun thing. Then I started saying that's Rose approved, and then they started making my nickname's Book Horror, so they started making Book Horror approved stamps with roses. That just became a thing. I'm pretty sure the person who was making that actually had actual real work she has to do, and she got distracted making that. So we love that. Anyways, I'm probably gonna read more of at least something tonight. I did watch a lot of episodes of Elementary too. But I'm having a great time. I'm loving it. And I'm not even to the, I did look at the synopsis finally. I'm not even to the party in which things collide between Abby and Dallas. Abby's the one in a relationship that is not great. She also does not have a great relationship with her family. She's very solitary because of this. She does have one friend who's like realizing what's happening, and she's like, girl, please get out. And she's like, he's the only person I have. So, you know, that's like a thing happening. And she keeps on running into Dallas, first at her place of work and then at a bar later. I think when she was leaving her, the professor she TAs for her as well, I think they may have seen each other. Right. So he keeps on running into her. He is a senior and he's on the baseball team, and he wants to go pro, and he may be going pro, but he also is really big about wanting to go into pediatrician physical therapy doctor route. So he's smart too. I mean, he loved math in school. That was his favorite subject in high school, and that's what he almost like initially majored in. Right, water break. Anyways, yeah, they keep on running into each other, and according to the synopsis, they run into each other at a party. His drink falls on her. Something happens. I think he has not officially met Sam, the boyfriend, but he has seen him from afar and gets a kind of vibe from him immediately. Doesn't like the way that he looks at Abby. Right? And so I'm guessing he gets proof for the vibe at some party, and he throws fists and things happen. Anyways, I'm excited for that part. I think Sam should get his comeuppance. Anyways, book time. I don't know what this one is. Why? This is from Zach. I figured I should open it before I start talking. This is from Zach, who watches all my videos. Say hi, Zach. I was streaming the other day, and he was watching, I think, soccer, and doing stuff with soccer and whatnot. And so, he got good monies, and his team won, and so, he got me a book. He asked me what book I wanted. And so I sent him my wish list, and I said either the first one, which is this book, I know what it is. He did confirm it was this one, because he was like, it wasn't supposed to arrive until tomorrow. And I was like, well, it's a floppy paperback, and he thought it was a hardcover. I knew it was a paperback, normally, because all the ones on my shelf are mass markets, but I will talk about why I chose to switch them all from the series to normal paperbacks. Anyways, gift for you is Your Rose. Please protect my squirrely from Zach McGinnis. Thanks, Zach. Squirrely's his sister, by the way. Okay. Oh my god. She's so big. Yeah, it's book 2 of the Storyline Archive. I have every Cosmere book so far in mass market, including A Way of Kings. A Way of Kings is very thick in mass market. And I knew the series got progressively like longer for the longer the series you get. So I was like, I'm having difficulty like test opening it, just trying to hold it as mass market, and it already broke my spine. by doing that on Way of Kings. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna switch them all to normal paperbacks because then it will be easier on my wrists and also the spines. I mean, for example, I just test opened it like this. What the hell is happening here? Anyways, I test opened it like this and it didn't break the spine, and it definitely 100% would have on mass market version. It's so big. Oh my god, I don't even, I need to like figure out, these are, that's the glossary. I know that's the epilogue. Okay, epilogue ends on 1080. You know, I jokingly told him I thought it was 1,000 pages, so it'll probably hold me down for 2 days. So he's like, okay, maybe I should buy you the third one too. I feel like I should mention that I still have to read the last Mistborn book, which I do plan to do this month later on. And then the 2 standalones, which is Warbreaker and Elantris, right? Yes, I know this because they're on my whiteboard for 2025 and 2025. And then any of the like little novellas or short stories throughout in between any of these books. I also have to read all those. And then Way of Kings, which is over 1,000 pages. Oh boy, I fear it, but I also fear how much I'm gonna love it. It's so heavy though. Like, I could actually murder somebody with this. I can't even imagine how heavy the hardcover would be, which is, I'm so happy I didn't choose to go with the hardcover because I don't think my wrist could handle that. At least this I can like easily hold like this, okay? Without issue. This is not one that I can read in the bath. Oh god, no. Okay. Now this box. I don't know. Listen, I jokingly brought up Swedish Fish and Cherry Sours the other day to another friend, but like, that was like a day and a half ago, so like, what are the chances it got here? But also, Words of Radiance got here in that amount of time. So I don't, am I opening this with tweezers instead of my scissors? Yes. Ow. Don't stab myself. Don't stab myself. That would be great. Don't stab myself. Did I dig into it a little bit with the tweezers? Yes, but not enough. Who is this from? Who is this from? This is my 3rd edition of Pride and Prejudice. This one was jokingly on my wish list because I was like, it's a pretty book. Do I honestly need it? No. Look at it, it's so pretty. It's got gold. Oh my god, you can see where that accidentally dug into it with tweezers. We're not talking about not like a crazy amount. I'll just put all the plastic there and hope I get it all out. Anyways, look at it, it's gold. The back is the most popular Pride and Prejudice quote ever. So pretty. The edges are gold. It's got a pink ribbon that matches the rest of the book. Right? The inside looks like this. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm assuming it's the same on this side. Yep. Everything else in here. Oh, the chapter. What? Okay. The beginning of chapters look like this. Beautiful. I don't need another edition. I really don't. But I'll take it. Who is this? I should have, listen, it is the person I was expecting with the Swedish Fish and sour cherry things I brought up. Also, this makes sense for him to buy because he knows I own my nice leatherbound edition. You can see it, the purple book there. That's my nice leatherbound edition of all my Jane Austens. And I also have another copy down below that. I don't know where I'm gonna put this. Maybe in front. Yeah, on the lower one on front. That would be a perfect place for this actually on display. Or I could put it on display on my top shelf. Anyways, we are both obsessed with the Keira Knightley, Joe Wright edition of the movie. So I was expecting it. No, not the gift for you quote. What a superbly featured room and what excellent boiled potatoes. Many years since I've had such an exemplary vegetable. Yes, we are both people who just sometimes quote the movie to each other. That's the other ones. And then this one says, that's all the gift receipt options. Coffee from a super secret friend. Sir, they sent them in the same box. It's not a secret. Where did I put the other thing? Oh, there it is. It's a cup warmer, so my coffee stops getting cold. I'm gonna get so much use out of this, actually. You know how much issues I have with that? It's like a constant issue for me. Oh my goodness. User manual. Oh god. Power cord is that thing. Heating area is the top of it. Wow. Power switch is the button with a light that indicates. Okay. Why is there glitter on my hands? Oh, you know what it is? It's from me flipping the pages so they're not stuck together on the book. Okay, press it once for the super hot option and press it twice to make it the 102 degrees. 102 degrees is fine. Third time it's off. After 8 hours, it does turn off automatically. You know what I should do? I should clear off those mugs and then I can use that to keep my tea warm at night because I have that issue. Anyways, Summer, I know it's you. I'm gonna send him a message because I can see you. Oh my god, that's been on there forever. That's this thing to keep it safe. I guess I can throw that one away. I gotta clean all this up now. I hope this was all an adventure for all of us. I have so much trash. I need to put this one in this, and I can't show it to him. I think he's still on call with my sister, so that's easy. But, oh my god, wait a second, I didn't even see this. There's artwork on the inside. What the hell? Some on the backside? There's a map. There's a map. Map. Anyways, I'm a normal person. Anyways, put that in there. Put that there. I'm gonna go yell at these people. I'm gonna mostly yell at Summer. Zach I knew about and we agreed to beforehand. So I'm just gonna yell at Summer. Bye until tomorrow. We have a special guest, Bella, sitting there wanting my breakfast. Hi. Guess who woke up with a migraine again today? Listen, I don't know why. No, I had plenty of protein. I'd be sure of that because that was yesterday's issue. It was not sodium because there was plenty of that with dinner. It's not water because I drank more than my water bottle fully once yesterday. So, which is more than normal for me. I know you're supposed to drink more, but that's more than normal for me. Okay. So it may just be one that is just a migraine for the fun of it, which is fun because those are really hard to get rid of for me. So, you know, which is a shame because I want to finish Love and Pieces today because I'm loving it. I read more last night. I got to page 81, I believe. So I have like 216 pages, something like that, right? So like in theory I could do it, especially since like I'm reading it pretty fast and I'm enjoying it. I'm at the part where the 2 chapters I read right before bed last night, were the chapters at the party. So now he's taken her to his place, one, because she's hella drunk, and so that she can, like, sober up, and not be near the asshole Sam. And so she can, like, be safe while she sobers up, and figures out a plan. So, you know, that's happening. Anyways. No, don't eat my toast. Get your nose away from my toast. Bella, get. Thank you. Also, I spent like 20 minutes of reorganizing my shelves to fit the books on them and not make Words of Radiance look fucking weird. When I just put it on the shelf next to all the mouse markers, it looked really dumb. So I moved things around to make it look better. Anyways, wheel. I kind of want 200, but also I don't, because like that's what I want to do if migraine willing. But what if not, right? So Bountiful wheel, do good for me. Okay, I'm fine with that. 150. Just barely 150, just at the line. Okay, yeah, I can do 150. And then I'll probably do, if I don't finish it, I'll at least get like a good chunk of the way through. I can finish it tomorrow. That is his plan. Goodbye. I'm gonna go drink my coffee and take my meds and watch sprints because people are supposed to go live at 10. What time is it? That's another thing. Time change happened. It's 10:12. I feel very weird, dog. Anyways, goodbye. See you later when I read 150 pages of this book. This is a look. This is a look. Hi, it's just before 1 a.m. In my defense, I didn't start reading until like 8:30, 9 o'clock. Yeah, I would say 9 o'clock. Because my head didn't stop hurting until like 8:30. Thank my sister. She's the one that figured it out. Anyways, I totally could finish it. Honestly, I could finish it tonight. I have like 60 pages left, so that's like an hour at the rate I'm reading. So I could just like go to bed at 2 a.m. and finish it. But I won't, because I am tired. And I know I should sleep with how I've been feeling. So I'm just gonna put my overnight face mask on and go to bed. I'm tired. I got to page 231, which is exactly 150 pages, which is in the middle of the chapter. Not in the middle of the chapter, like the chapter started 2 pages prior. It was real fucking annoying, let me tell you. But on exactly page 231, there is like a chapter break, where it switches time jump thing, which it's almost 1 a.m. You can't blame me. So I was like, perfect, bye. That being said, I was talking with somebody else who has an arc about it. I'm having a great time. I'm loving it. There's a high chance it's gonna be 5 stars. I'm having a great time. In all honesty. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm so tired, can you tell? I did say I have like 60, there's 297 pages and I got 231, so there's 66 pages left. Right. That's another reason why I stopped, because things are like the third act revamp of like things are gonna go fucking crazy before the book ends has already started, right? And I don't, in case I get too tired, I don't want to go to bed halfway through that, so I'd rather stop now, right? And then I can just read it first thing in the morning and finish it. So like, no matter what the wheel chooses for me, I'm finishing it tomorrow. I have other work I have to do tomorrow, so pray the wheel does me good. I would like to know that, don't worry, I was able to renew the loan on Annihilation, so we don't have to worry about that one. That one's fine. That one's good. Anyways, I'm gonna go to bed. Good night. I'm tired. I realized by doing this, I don't start reading until later. A lot of the time. I clock this. Listen, in my defense for today, my head hurt a lot. And it was like right behind my eye, so I didn't. Trying to pay attention to read something was very difficult. Okay? Oh, hi. It's Monday. My head doesn't hurt. We should all be proud. The time change really, really fucked me up. I'm not waking up until 9 because it's normally 8 for me. And that's when I normally wake up. And that's rude because that means I'm losing an hour. Anyways, wheel. I'd like a high number. Because I did realize tomorrow's the last day of this. And there's another book I would like to finish during this. So. Okay. Let's go do this fast. I think we all agree that I'm gonna be finishing the arc Love in Pieces today, no matter what. Like, it's gonna happen. There's like 60 pages. And then if it's higher than 50, I'll read the other book. Okay, there we go. The day where I don't want 50. The day. How close to it? Oh my god, do you see how close to 100 that is? Oh my god. Oh my god, why would it do that to me? It hates me. It just hates me. Anyways, I'm gonna finish this book and I will make progress. I don't know if I'm gonna make progress in that other one, A Door in the Dark. I've already brought it up in this vlog. Today, I may not finish it in this vlog. We'll see. But I may make progress in one of the other books I have to read that is due much sooner to Libby and is for another vlog. So I may just work on that one after Wifey's book and just not tell you. Like, I'll tell you how many more pages I read. Right. But I won't like explain what I'm reading or anything because that's for the next vlog. Whoopsie daisy. Anyways, I'm gonna go not do that. I'm gonna watch YouTube for an hour. It's fine. I gotta wake up my brain. Oh, hi. It's been some time. I wrote a review. It is an arc, so I should write a review, right? Anyways, I'm stressed. I am so stressed. Good book. 5 stars. I already did my pages today because that was like 60 something pages, so 66, I believe. I've probably said it like 6 times at this point. How many pages it was. But yeah, I done my pages already. Let's go. I'm gonna get some other work done. Get some editing done. Right. And then later on today, I'll try to get some done in another book that's not for this vlog, so I'm not telling you what it is. But if I do read more, I will tell you how much I read tomorrow morning when we spin the wheel for the last time. Other than the first day, the wheel has been very kind to me, for the most part. It hasn't given me anything I couldn't handle, and I appreciate that wheel. Anyways, book good book. 5 stars. I recommend. The pre-order is linked below. Get it. It's good. Okay, bye. Remember in the intro when I wouldn't update until later because my hair was wet? It's the end of the video. It doesn't matter anymore. Also, OBS is updating, so if you hear anything, that's why. Anyways, last day of wheel. Let's go. Wheel time. I know what book I'm gonna read. I don't want 300 because I gotta record a podcast. 150? I think that's 150. 150. I can do that. that will bring me to about 2/3 done with Adore in the Dark.
I think go that there.
Which is, I think it was the day that I finished Power Play and I needed to read like 5 more pages. And so I read a chapter of that. That's the book that I read that. In which there's magic and magical doorways and a bunch of students that don't get along were somehow magically teleported to somewhere where they're very much not supposed to be, and one of them's dead, and they're gonna figure out what to do. That's basically all that's happened. It's just been set up on why they don't like each other and the magic system. So far it's fine. I'm enjoying it. So like I have a feeling something's gonna have to do with dragons. Like dragons were mentioned at some point, but like one of the covers for the later books has dragons, like a dead dragon. So intriguing. Anyways, I got a bunch of other stuff I also have to do, so I'm gonna do that and get some of this read. Maybe properly, hopefully.
Oh good, now when I close off you can see my new design for the shelf, so it looks better than it was with Words of Radiance. Anyways, it's just after midnight. I've read 153 technically pages to reach the goal and also finish the chapter. Technically, I have like less than or just over an hour left in the audiobook. I started dual reading it, which was a good decision on my part in the technical aspect of I'm bored. There's like technically their friend is like a revenant attacking them, and now half of them are dead, and all this other stuff is happening, and it's intriguing, I guess, technically, but like I'm bored. So dual reading it for that reason was a good idea. But I had to get the audiobook with Everend, and fucking I don't know how the I don't know what the issue is with the desktop version, but at 3 times speed, I had it set 3 times speed, and it would do 3 times speed for maybe a minute max, usually less than that, and then it would do like 5 seconds at 1 time speed, and then do 3 times speed again for 30 seconds, and then 5 seconds of 1 time speed. You get the, it just that constantly, and it was so fucking annoying. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna rip out my own eyeballs. So I tend to do audiobooks on my computer because I only have one earbud for my Bluetooth headphones or earbuds or whatever, so that way both ears, right? Makes sense. But I end up going fuck it, pulling it up on my phone, and hoping that my earbud didn't die, so that I could get to the point and then go to fucking bed because I'm tired. It doesn't help that I didn't start reading until later today. I read like half a chapter, no, maybe a whole chapter, without getting the audiobook, and then I got the audiobook, right? Because I spent all day doing other things, and then I read that one chapter, and then I watched some TV, and then I played Stardew with friends, and then I watched more TV, and then I finally sat down to read, and it was 10:30. So, whoops. At least I did my laundry. At least my laundry's done. And other things are done that I knew I had to get done today. You know, the book's just boring at this point, which is sad. It's giving 3 stars. The ending will really decide whether or not I continue with the series or not. And, you know, that's fun. That's that. I was hoping to finish this one too for this vlog. And then we could end off with me finishing the last book. And if I hadn't watched TV and read, that actually would have been the thing I could have done. Because it only would have been an extra hour of my day. But no. Anyway, I'm tired. So I'm going to go and inform you of the outro. I did this. This is the thing I did. I did for a whole week read amount of pages according to a wheel. Remember that day I had to read 300 pages? Fuck the wheel for that day. Why did it start me off on 300? That bitch. At some point there's gonna be a sequel to this where it's gonna be hours I have to read. Not like audiobook hours, but like hours total in a day reading. It'll be interesting. So that way I can do audiobooks. That's a thing. Next video is, well, next BookTube video is gonna be the finishing series video for the month, right? Wednesdays are gaming videos from streams. I think by the time, I know in previous vlogs I've been doing the last Planet Crafter episode, but this is actually the last Planet Crafter episode because things got moved around. And so one that goes up shortly before this, the one after this should be more Stardew that I plan to record tomorrow. Fun. So that's Wednesdays, Saturdays, BookTube videos. Fridays, every other Friday, except for when somebody overworks herself and we have to skip an episode. It's every other Friday. So stay tuned for that. We got plans. That's everything. Links below if you want to do the things. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tired. It's also because of the time change. I did not plan properly. I should not have done this during a week. There was also a time change. I recognize this. I just realized that this isn't there. That's part of my phone case. Anyways, I'm gonna go sleep. I'm gonna say goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you all for coming. Look at my beautiful shelves. So pretty. Power plays there, by the way. Jess's book is also gonna go there. Goodbye. Until the next video.